Hello, and welcome to another discussion on the subject of mergers and acquisitions. Our law firm, George P. Sheenis Incorporated, is pleased to sponsor this particular series. Of course, I'm George Sheenis, and it's my privilege to have as my guest Marcus Kleba, who is my law firm colleague that I have worked side by side with in connection with a number of these transactions. Welcome, Marcus.
Thank you, George.
Marcus brings to our law firm a background involving a number of international and domestic financing transactions handled through a couple of major New York law firms prior to joining our firm. Marcus, as you know, our firm places a specific and important emphasis on the timely and thorough handling of diligence by a seller who is preparing to sell his business. And we hold to the view that handling sellers' pre-sale diligence in that type of manner with a great deal of attention can bring a great deal of value to the seller in terms of the price that he is able to generate and the terms of sale that he's able to negotiate. I'd like your view on that.
Due diligence can simply be thought of as a process by which all the information that is relevant to the decision in a particular transaction comes together. So just to introduce the very idea of why due diligence is important, in the same way that if you were to purchase a vehicle, you don't just simply walk to the first dealership, put down your credit card and say, I'm walking off with that car. You would look as a prudent buyer, you would look at all the different models, look at some customer reviews, some complaints, you would view the whole situation, you would look at perhaps how the different dealerships would be treating customers, and then you would make an informed decision if you go in. At that point, you would say that as a buyer, you've done due diligence. It's very important that when a deal is struck, that you move as quickly as possible towards completion. The other thing that the CEO should be aware of is despite the fact that he may view his enterprise as a very valuable asset, there are weaknesses and strengths to every company. There are pros and cons to each particular kind of asset and of a company's strengths and weaknesses. An understanding of that through the due diligence process is critical so that you're in a better position to explain why your company is worth more and why a buyer should pay more than you might otherwise.
Now, one of the other ways that I believe seller's preparation early is vital is that it allows that seller. Another important aspect of pulling the diligence together is to be able to provide, should you have such an investment banker, if you need the diligence necessary to put together your selling.
In essence, if you really work with an investment banker, you work on your own, you're going to have to present what's known locally as a book, a collection of information on your company, past performance, projections, description of your operations. If you have your data in order, you have your data in a readily accessible format that's organized and comprehensive, you are going to help your investment banker prepare this book and use the process as a foundation for getting a firm offer that's not subject to and I think that that's really goes back to what is the due diligence process, why am I assembling data and producing a data link. You're doing this to build trust with the buyer. You want to eliminate wiggle room and further negotiations. You really want to make sure that you're not providing the seller ammunition to provide downward pressure on the price. So in a practical example, if you say that you have 30 million revenues realizable, and that's the basis for your selling price, if it turns out that you really only have $26 million of sales, or you have a problem with receivables collecting, or that you have some projections of less than not landing those contracts in 2 months, all of that erodes trust. Once this trust sets in, on a rock hard time, the seller, convincing the buyer as the seller, convincing the buyer to use any
goals that have been set and have been forecast to the buyer.
Thank you, George.
Marcus, we're going to take a break here with the expectation of continuing our discussion on this important topic of diligence in the M&A process in a subsequent video. Thank you.